Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing something that has actually been requested a few times on Instagram. Some friends actually requested it that I think are dealing with some similar issues, and I figured I would let you know what I do to take care of my hair. If you are finding me on the internet via a random search, you may be a little surprised to know that my hair is actually naturally salt and pepper. I know it's sort of weird for me, to be honest, because like it's recently become a trend to have salt and pepper hair, to have gray hair in the last couple years, and I've been fighting this for years, guys. Like, see the big chunks that are coming in? Like, this is like, I'm 33 now, so it's 33 years in the making. I have been dyeing my hair since I was very, very young. I've had it red, I've had it purple, I've had it green, I've had it black, I've had it blonde, I've done ombre, I've done everything under the sun to basically fight my gray hair. And in the last, I would say 3 years is when I finally decided to like let it come out. I did briefly have a salt and pepper mohawk when I was in college, and then I started playing around again with hair color. So I've had my hair pretty much every single color under the sun, and you know what, I'm not dyeing it again. I've accepted my gray. I really, really love it. I do love that it's a trend. Now, I get questions about my hair pretty much on the daily. Compliments, people are always commenting, asking me where I get my hair done. Obviously, I cannot recommend anyone because I get my hair done by Mother Nature. I just wanted to give you guys a little idea of what I do to sort of keep my hair healthy, because if you do have naturally gray hair, you'll probably understand this a little bit more. But my hair texture is very wiry, very coarse because of the gray. The texture is very hard to deal with sometimes, very dry. It tends to get really dry in the back from when I lay on it. Obviously I'm missing half of a head of hair, so it's a little easier for me, which is, to be honest, part of the reason. My hair is very thick to begin with as well, and then you add on the gray texture and it's a little difficult to deal with. Anyway, just blabbing on and on and on. But yeah, so if you clicked on this video wanting to know how to get gray hair and you are not gray naturally, I can give you some tips in terms of what I do and what I have done in the past, because I was blonde a long time ago, and obviously I do have dark hair. So I used to be platinum. I had white hair for a hot minute back in the day as well, and I've experimented with all the gray shampoos, all the purple shampoos, and the ones I'm currently using I really do love. So I'm gonna get right into it, otherwise I'm gonna be continuously talking about my hair, and it's just gonna be a thing. So, you know, you probably don't want to like hear about all my hair history. I might do a hair video in like the future, sort of touching a base about like the hairstyles I have had. I've had a ton of hairstyles. Like, people are always commenting about my hair, but I've had like 7 mohawks. I started shaving my head like in 2008, so this is not like a trendy thing for me. This is like something that I really truly enjoy. I love the texture of having half a head of hair. So if you don't, you know what, click off. Like, I mean, this video is not here for you. I don't really care what people think about my hair. If they love my hair, more power to you. This is just something that I personally appreciate aesthetic wise. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to talk about the current shampoo and conditioner that I'm using, and these are the purple products that I currently am in loving. I just finished a bottle of the Lush Daddy-O, and to be honest, I used to work for Lush, and I used it then, but my hair wasn't like super gray at that point. I think I was actually transitioning from having bright turquoise hair into a natural color, so I didn't really use it for the true purpose. But I used it recently, and my hair still looked brassy. I still felt like I had a lot of yellow, which is what tends to happen if you have naturally gray hair. Your hair just gets dingy looking. So the purple shampoo just sort of helps to brighten it and make it a little whiter. Anyway, the ones I've currently been using, this is by Phyto, and this is the shampoo I've been using. It's a brightening shampoo specifically designed for gray and white hair. A lot of things that are purple shampoos are meant for blondes that are trying to keep their hair you know, blonde, like without going brassy and yellow. But this one's a little bit better because it's a little more moisturizing, I think, and really targets the fact that the texture tends to be a little different than normal hair. I'm really loving this. It was a little expensive. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I got it at Ricky's, and I will link it below, but I had it for a little while. I really like it. I mean, I did both of these products today, and I think that the gray looks pretty good. Like, there's not too much dinginess. I do think that I need to like deep condition potentially with this guy and see what happens. It's sort of like a non-stop process for me. Like, I'm constantly trying to use, I use it like once or twice a week. I don't wash my hair that often either because I try not to use a lot of product as well. But I definitely recommend this one. I think that if you are, you know, you are blonde, or you're just trying to get a false looking, I mean, if you're trying to have gray hair and you're actually not gray, or even if you are, this is a good product for sure. I think that if you are more of trying to obtain a white color, I wouldn't recommend using this very often because it will turn your hair purple. So just a heads up on that. And then this is a brightening conditioner by Caviar, I think. It's an anti-aging, again, specifically designed for people with gray hair. It says anti-aging on it, which I'm 33, I'm not like ancient, but anyway, I really love this one. I just started using this as well. So far so good. Like, I do really love it. I have used a couple other Caviar products. I've been recommended this quite a few times by different people, salons and stuff, so definitely recommend this. I can't say it's like my end-all be-all, guys. Like, I just started using this like this month, but these are the products that I'm currently using and really liking. But I do recommend, if you have gray hair, to use purple shampoos and conditioners because it will help keep your hair from turning brassy. This is the deep conditioner that I am currently using. This is giant tub. I got this at Ricky's as well. This is Hair Rules Ultra Rich Conditioner for all textures. Really loving this product. I think I'm like halfway through it. But basically what I do with this is when I am doing a face mask, and I'm planning on doing a face mask, I'll put this in my hair. You always start from the bottom first rather than at the root, because the first, you know, the bottoms tends to be the driest, and then I work it into my hair. I put a hair clip in, and then I wear a shower cap, and then I let it sit in. Personally, I wear it for like 30 minutes to an hour. I won't do any longer than that. They say it actually loses, I think it like loses its capability after an hour. Like, I know a lot of people will sleep in it overnight, but I feel like it's not really good to go to bed with dry hair, or wet hair rather, because you can actually create a lot of breakage that way. Anyway, so I've been using this. I really like it. A really nice woman at the Ricky store recommended it. I do think it was $50 for this thing, but I've had it forever, and I'm halfway through it. So, you know, I do condition quite often. I would say like at least once a week. My hair does tend to get really dry. Speaking of dryness, I have been doing something this summer, which I'm sure you've noticed if you have been watching my channel for a little while. I get my hair braided. So I've been doing cornrows, like, I would say once or twice a month, to be honest. I love it, and also it helps save my hair from heat damage. Obviously I'm not wearing it right now, but I will be going to Greece in the first few days. I'm going to get my hair braided just so that I can not have to deal with it on the plane. Like, I think it's like a 16-hour like total to get there, so I'm just gonna like wear it in cornrows and rock it that way. I personally love it. I think that it looks good with my hair, and I like that you can see the texture of the gray coming through. But I will say you definitely need to wear a head wrap. So this is just like a plain black do-rag sort of situation. I'll wear this at night to make sure that my hair doesn't move around. You don't get any breakage from the braids, things like that. So just make sure that you don't get anything too tight. You want to make sure that you have a little room to breathe. I do want to get one of those like beauty pillows as well, so that's something that I'm thinking about trying to do, just because I do tend to get a lot of breakage like around here. If I wear my hair up in a lot of buns, I do get a little breakage. You just have to be really careful in terms of moisturizing. Anyway, and then speaking of more moisture, after I've deep conditioned, I'll use this guy. This is my current like go-to oil. It's a Mythic oil by L'Oreal. I will do quite a bit of this, and again, I said I work it into the back first and the ends, and then work it into the top. I'll put, I don't know, like I'll like fill my palm with it, put it in my hair, and let it air dry. So this is my personal how I do my hair, because I don't like to blow dry my own hair typically. So let it air dry about halfway, and then I'll add more. and then I will sleep on it overnight, and then I'll go to Glam and Go and get my hair blown out the next morning. So they'll like curl it and everything. But that's the way I typically like to do my hair when I know I'm gonna get a blowout the next morning. But if I'm going to do my own hair, I'll put a little bit of this product in, and then I will come in with this guy, which is my current styling cream that I've been kind of reaching for. It's, I don't know how to pronounce that, it's Aluxo, I think. It's a styling cream. It's nourishing and smooths dry hair. I've used a lot of different products. I will say it's good to use one that helps with frizz, for sure, because the little gray hairs, like, they tend to be a little more brittle, so I do tend to get a lot of breakage. So anything that helps with that. I've used a lot of Living Proof products. I actually just finished a bottle of their styling cream. Their anti-humidity spray, which I have right here as well, helps a lot to kind of keep my hair from getting really massive. It does tend to get really big too. I have a lot of hair, so I usually like to get my hair blown out because I don't like to deal with taking care of how big it gets. Like, I don't know how to curl my own hair. I only know how to flat iron it, and that is one thing I will definitely recommend that you stay away from if you have really dry hair, is to stay away from flat ironing. I personally like to curl my hair when it's really humid out because I feel like it looks better as the humidity hits it, but if I flat iron it, it just gets really big and poofy and doesn't have a whole lot of style to it, and I feel like I constantly have to flat iron it. Anyway, and then another thing that I'm using is the Tangled Teaser, and this is how I brush my hair when it's right out of the shower. I feel like it's helped a lot with breakage. That's pretty much it, guys. I know a lot of people are probably like coming here wanting to like upkeep their grays, or they are you know, they have gray hair and they're not sure what to do with it, and they really just want to, like, you know, I would say from one gray-haired person to another, there is nothing wrong with having gray hair, guys. And I know that it's a trend now. So if anything, you should be celebrating it. I think it's beautiful. I think you just really have to take care of it. I would say the biggest thing is to making sure that you're upkeeping your cut on a regular basis, because if you have split ends, you can really tell. Obviously, like, I cut my hair quite often, but that is one suggestion is to think, it doesn't have to be edgy. You don't have to have edgy hair, but like, just to make sure that the cut's fresh on a constant basis, because the hair does tend to look a little dull quicker than normal hair. And if you are interested in having gray hair, my only little suggestion for you is to really take it slow. So don't go from dark hair and then go to gray, and you're never going to be able to get this. Sorry guys, like, I have strands, like tiny strands in here, you know, like that's nothing that you can go get done at a salon. That's just not possible, and if you did, it would cost you thousands of dollars. Obviously, I've seen some really beautiful gray hair done by a salon, but I would recommend that you really pay and commit to the time it takes to make sure it's done correctly. Don't go from dark to platinum in one take. Like, your hair will be ruined. I've seen, I mean, I used to do it. I used to dye my hair constantly. I've been blonde. My hair was like literal, like, it felt like straw. And now it's super healthy. I've really been trying to make sure that I keep, you know, take really good care of it. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, if you have any other questions that I didn't answer, definitely comment below and let me know. I am glad that it's a trend now and everyone seems to really like it, because I've been told for years before it was a trend that I should dye my hair, and every time I got a gray hair, people would make comments. I do, and speaking of gray hair, I do get my eyebrows tinted because I do have a few gray hairs in the front. So if they look, I've had a couple comments where people think that I need to do my brows. So it looks like I'm missing chunks from my eyebrows, which is why I get them tinted. I get them tinted like on a monthly basis, I would say. I could talk more, but I don't know what else to say, so I'm just gonna dance. My friend Jay came over and blew out my hair, which is why it looks really good today. He's fantastic. He cuts my hair. I just go to a barber and get my hair shaved down, like, I would say once every 2 weeks. I try to do it, like, I would like to get it done every week because I prefer it this close. It's just expensive, and I personally don't trust myself to cut my own. Otherwise I would just do it myself. It would be a lot cheaper, obviously, but anyway. All right. I'm done. Thanks for checking me out and subscribing if you are, and if you aren't and you're new, definitely subscribe. Okay, all right, bye guys.